When Ella May was diagnosed with spina bifida, we were wrestling with what does it look like for us to love her. And I was using a word in my journal often. It was the word tragedy. God, why this tragedy have you allowed to befall us? Why are we facing this tragedy? And this word was filling up my journal. And one day I don't feel like the Lord speaks to me very often. I've never heard an audible voice, but you read your Bible enough and you get strong impressions and thoughts that you realize I wouldn't have on my own. I feel like the Lord told me, because Sharon and I are wrestling with what does it look like for us to love her, because she won't be able to run track like Sharon did. She won't be a 14-sport, all-universe athlete like her mom was. She won't be able to hike in the hills like we were planning on doing. She won't be able to do all these things. This is a tragedy. How are we going to love her now? And I felt like the Lord very gently and plainly said to me, Josh, tragedy is not your daughter being born with legs that don't work. Tragedy is your daughter being born with legs that work and walking away from me and worshiping something else. Tragedy, Josh, is your daughter growing up with legs that work and you cultivate in her a desire to use those legs in sports in a way that magnifies her, like you were kind of planning on doing. And for me, in that moment, the end to which my wife and I parented changed. Loving our daughter and subsequent 3 children would not look like us making much of them. Loving our children would look like us doing whatever it takes to help them see Jesus, the only one who could really, really, really satisfy their heart and make them happy. And I want my kids to be happy. So loving my kids doesn't look like me making much of them and making them think the world revolves around them. Loving my children looks like me helping them see the world revolves around Jesus, and he's amazing. And lose your life spreading that news. If I don't foster and pray for and fight for the Copernicus-like revolution, the sun and the earth, to happen in the life of my kids, I'm not loving them.